Hello, fellow Magento developers. My name is Michał Biarda. I'm an architect at SwiftOtter, and today I'm going to present you our weekly practice question together with proper answer. Before I start, let me just tell you a few sentences about how I choose this question. So in SwiftOtter, we are working on a lot of projects, and right now I am working on a large project that heavily uses Magento native APIs. And one of my tasks was about creating some customizations for one of the native APIs. At first I thought I will need to create a lot of custom code for that, but then after a small investigation, it turned out that Magento has its own smart way to do so. Having said that, let's go to the question. You are tasked to extend V1 products REST APIs, so each product item includes a list of tags associated with them. You have added tags extension attribute of type equals an array of strings to API data product interface and built plugins for the methods of API product repository interface so the tags are loaded and saved properly. The client would also like to be able to filter products by comma-separated list of tags. And the question, how do you ensure the products can be filtered by their tags? And I wrote 4 possible answers, and only one of them is correct. And I have to tell you that whenever I am answering similar questions, at first I try to exclude the most obvious wrong answer. And here, for me, the most obvious wrong answer is answer C. Implement API search criteria extension attribute, filter processor interface, and add your class to the filters node of tags attribute definition in etc extension attributes.xml. Why it is wrong? Let's check the code. So here there is an example of extension attributes.xml file. And as you can see, we have definitions of extension attributes here. And basically nothing more. Well, there are some possible other options, but definitely nothing like filters. And just to be sure that there is no such thing, let's go to the extension attributes XSD file and let's check if we can find something like filters here. No, we cannot. As you can see, the definition of the file is very short and simple. So this is a wrong answer. All right, let's go back to our answers. So now I would like to try the option A. Write a plugin for API product repository interface get list and apply there the filtering logic. And I have to say that I can see that in most, well, maybe not in most, but in a lot of questions like that, either our or Adobe's, writing a plugin is usually a good idea. But here in this specific scenario, even though we could achieve what we want with the plugin, I would say this is an incorrect answer. And let's see the code why I think so. All right. So this is a product repository interface, and we have this method getList. It has only one argument. This is search criteria. So you can imagine that if someone puts our filter into API, this filter will be available in this search criteria. So there will be some kind of filter field tags with some comma separated values. So what's going on next? Let's see the implementation. So as you can see, at first the product collection is created, then it is processed, some joins are added, here is something processed, then the collection is loaded, and after it is loaded, the search results are created and returned. So we may think, all right, so let's create after plugin for this method, iterate through all the results and exclude the ones that don't fit our comma separated list of tags. And this will work, but will be very, very bad for performance. Why? Let's imagine that we have a lot of products and we have some not very popular tag that is assigned only to a few products. So what will happen if someone tries to filter by this tag? At first, a lot of products will be loaded to Magento from the database and then processed by Magento. And only then few of the products will be selected and returned. So terribly bad for the performance. We could try to create before plugin, but you can see that the collection is created inside the method, so we have no access to the collection, so we cannot extend it in any way using the before plugin. All right, so this was wrong. So what next? Let's try option B. And it seems pretty nice because it says do nothing. That would be cool. API search criteria collection processor filter processor converts each extension attribute with type equals in an array of strings to a comma separated values filter. Oh, that would be nice, but unfortunately Magento has no magic like that inside. But let's go to this filter processor and see what it actually does. So this is the filter processor, and it has one public method, process, with two arguments, search criteria and collection. The search criteria is our initial search criteria, so our filter is probably there. And what is the collection? So let's check where this method is used. And it is used in the product repository, in this line. So here the collection is created, it is then processed by the processor, and search results are returned. Well, it's not actually the same exas process method, but this process is inside that one. Let's leave it for now. What is important is that here, at first, we are iterating through all the filter groups of the search criteria, and we try to add these filter groups to collection. So what's going on here? Here we are iterating through all the filters of the filter group, and we are trying to get custom filter for specific field. So what's inside here? You can see that here we are checking if there is a specific, if the field was specified in the custom filters array. And what is this array? This array is an array of objects that implements custom filter interface. So if it was found, then it is returned. And if it was returned, then it is applied. So some custom logic is applied. If it wasn't applied, then the standard Magento logic for filters will apply. So as you can see, no magic here, but it leads us to the proper answer. So let's check it out. The proper answer is D. Write your custom filtering logic and add it to the custom filters array of API search criteria collection processor product filter processor using etc DIXML. Yep, this is a good one. So let's check why. All right. So this is this custom filter interface. And as you can see, it has only one method, apply, and its arguments are filter and collection. So this is the filter that was extracted from the search criteria, and this is the collection that we are right now processing. Let's check some implementation of this interface. For example, product website filter. This is a very short implementation, and it is somehow similar to what we want to achieve, because if you remember correctly, you can you can filter products by the websites, and the filter is actually a comma-separated list of websites. So what's going on here? At first, the value is taken from the filter, then it is exploded with comma as a separator, and then the array of website codes or IDs is added to collection add website filter. So most probably we should do something similar and here add our filter to the collection basing on the array that was exploded from the value. All right, but we can do it, but how to inject it to the actual processor? So this is the XML file of Magento catalog module, and you can see here Magento catalog model product repository, and you can notice that for collection processor this thing is injected, and this thing this is a virtual type of collection processor type, and it has few processors: filter, sorting, pagination. And for sorting and pagination, the standard ones are used. However, for filtering, a non-standard one is used. The Magento catalog, blah, 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 product filter processor. And this is defined here. And this is a virtual type as well. And this is a virtual type of this filter processor. And here you can see the array custom filters that have that has implementations of custom filter interface. And here you can find the website ID filter. So what we should do is to basically in DI.XML extend this guy and add our own item to the custom filters array. And this is it. So thank you very much and see you next time. Bye.